We have coffee. So, what is 3 excuses you often make? And I can tell you that 2 of the excuses, boy, I'm really good today because I didn't even make my bed before this. I'm really getting relaxed with you guys. It's usually I want everything to look just right behind me, which whatever. Anyway, 3 excuses that you make. Right off the top of my head, my most common excuses are my back hurts, I'm tired, and I'm peopled out. And all 3 are probably legitimate. Some of you may know and some of you may not that I am a barber cosmetologist. So I have stood behind the chair in a salon for 21 years and I just turned 41 and my back hurts a lot. Some days are better. Sometimes I'm really good and I go to the chiropractor and then my back doesn't hurt. But I do sit on a heat pad, and a lot of times I use that excuse to not do things. And all of these excuses that I make are usually to not do things socially. So, no, I can't go do that thing because my back hurts. And that doesn't mean that I'm going to be home resting. It's kind of it's an excuse because yes, my back hurts. My back hurts a little bit right now. I probably need some healing. But even though I would try to get out of a social obligation because my back hurts, or not even an obligation, but because my back hurts, that doesn't mean I'm going to go home and rest. I'm probably going to go home and clean my floors, because that's just the way it works. Excuse number 2, I'm tired. And I think I've been tired for 20 years. I had young children. You kind of live in a state of not enough sleep and being tired because kids don't sleep at night when they're small. And then even after they start sleeping at night, you don't necessarily sleep very well, or at least I don't always. I am back in a good pattern of sleep, which I wasn't for months and months. So now I'm sleeping until a normal time, not 2:30 or 3 a.m. More like 5:30 or 6. And
when are you going to be done?
I don't know when I'll be done.
Alright.
My son keeps interrupting me.
So I'm hungry.
Then
I want you to make me breakfast.
okay, go make something to eat then. He's hungry. I should just tell him my back hurts and I'm tired. But sometimes the tired is not just physically tired, because let's be honest, we're kind of all physically tired a lot of the time because we do a lot of things, at least I do a lot of things. And if I think about it and I sit down, then I realize how tired I am. Because am I resting my body the way I should be? Probably not. I'm probably pushing it too far, not feeding it good fuel, and I don't realize until I sit down how physically tired I actually am. But the tired I'm talking about with social situations is more emotionally tired, because of having to almost battle other people's stuff all the time, and it's kind of crazy. As much as I talked about armor, I kind of have been running without it a lot more and more. And I think as I'm more in community again and feeling safe and feeling protected and wanting to use the gifts that God gave me to help other people, I can't do that as well if I'm armored up, I have to be a little bit more vulnerable and open. It doesn't mean I have to take everything in that comes at me, but I have to at least recognize it for what it is and do what I need to do with it. So that tends to wear this girl out. So sometimes, yeah, I don't want to do things. I don't want to have conversations. I don't want to engage socially with people because I'm tired. And that goes right into being what I call peopled out. And I got that phrase actually from my middle child, who's also quite introverted. And when he was small, maybe 2 or 3, he would say, "I'm peopled out, Mom," because he would get very overloaded with social situations. And at that time, I was pretending to be an extrovert. So we did a lot of things socially. And even though I was peopled out, I just forced myself to continue going. But he would let me know that he was peopled out. So that is a phrase that I borrow from my boy. And what happens is that I almost get to where I can't even take another word out of someone's mouth, and I want to just like board up the walls, and go and sit in silence. And I just finished kind of a weekend of that. I still went to my house church and stuff, but I put my phone away. I shut off my notifications, other than from, if my family members were going to need to text me about whatever, family stuff, like, can you pick up this from the store while you're in town? So I just finished a weekend of quiet, and I need to do that sometimes. I think we all need to do that sometimes, just to be separate. And really it was, Holy Spirit was kind of telling me to lean in, press in, be still, listen. And even though I do sit every morning in that, sometimes I need to dedicate, larger chunks of time to that. And it is difficult to do when you have a family and people that need you and things like that. But putting away this little gadget, this phone, and turning all the sounds off so that it's not distracting me and buzzing and beeping, and I can take that time to fill back up, so that I'm not so peopled out. And I also have to remember, where my strength lies. And when I am worn out, I don't have anything good to give to people. And that is almost, part of why I haven't made a video for a little while. And I've said that in the last several videos. But part of it is I don't know if I have anything to say that would be helpful. And I also just get, overwhelmed. And we all do. I don't even really know what I'm saying to you guys right now. But I am really good. I feel very peaceful, and my heart is good. Life is still life. There's still trials. There's still troubles. I am not peopled out this morning. And yeah, so 3 excuses. Are they valid? Sometimes. Sometimes I just use them as an excuse to avoid things I don't want to do without being completely honest. But I was really thankful to have a weekend of quiet. I had asked some good friends of mine that I am in close contact with, that mean a lot to me, to please give me that weekend, and they did. And yeah, that feels good too. And I can come out of it just full of Holy Spirit and full of peace and love, and then I can give that back out to everyone else. So what are your 3 excuses that you often make for avoiding anything? Avoiding work, avoiding social situations, avoiding whatever you avoid. 3, live and love out of the way you were created. There's my puppy on my messy bed that I haven't made yet.